Yo, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for being here. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want to learn how to play corridos and learn requintos and chords and all that stuff, make sure you subscribe, turn the notification bell on if you want to get notified every time I post a video. Now, I only have about 17 minutes according to my camera. For some reason, I'm running out of space on my SD card, so we're going to kind of not rush through this. We're going to do this in one take, right? Normal video, but we got to do this right. So we're going to jump right into it, starting with the requinto. This is the best song to learn if you are a beginner. This should be your first song that you learn. It's easy, it's repetitive, and it teaches you scales, it teaches you slides, it teaches you two chord shapes. The perfect song. If you want to learn corridos and you want to learn guitar, this is where you start. So we're going to jump right into it. My guitar is in D, which means I'm down 2 whole steps or 2 frets. I'm going to say everything in the tabs below where everything is in standard. My fingers are just going to look weird, but I'm going to explain everything as if I was in standard. Where we start is going to be on the 8th and 6th fret for you guys. For me, because I'm in D, it's 2 frets higher, so I am on the 10th and 8th, but you guys are going to be on 8 and 6. And we're only doing 2 different shapes with our fingers, which is really cool. We have this one where there's a space between, like there's a fret between our fingers, right? That shape, it's also here. And then we have here where the fingers are together. There's no fret between them. You see? There's no space. That's it. So stick with me. Don't give up. We're going to walk through this. Now, I'm going to play everything slowly twice and then normal speed following it. So here we go. The first part. If you've never played guitar, that might be a little difficult, but trust me, start there, work through it. The only thing that even an expert or a more advanced player might have a difficulty with is that slide from 8 and 6 up to, this would be 11 and 10 for you guys. For me, 13, 12, you guys 11 and 10 in standard tuning, which is the most normal way to tune your guitar. If you're not in standard tuning, if you don't know what you're in standard tuning. So playing standard tuning, it's great. So that slide might be a little difficult. What I recommend to get better at that is just walk through the scale and then start sliding between things. Because you know where these positions are, right? Just start sliding. It gets tricky, but the more you do it, the better you get at it. That's what all it is, really. The more time you put into it, the more you get out, right? Grow up. So here we go. We're going to move on to the second part. For the second part, we're going to start here on 6 and 5. For me, 8 and 7, but for you guys, 6th fret, 5th fret, and we're gonna go like this. Now, you might have caught this. We actually played chords that weren't in the scale, right? We did this little chromatic step down. Chromatic just means note by note, like one at a time, right? So chromatic step down going. So this here, notice how weird that sounds. It don't sound right because it's not in the scale. But when you walk through it, that last note that you end on is usually kind of satisfying. So practice, 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 practice more, and then keep practicing. Don't stop practicing. Keep more of that. Practice more. Okay. Here's a little pro tip for you guys. If you want to get better at getting through these positions, you gotta practice stepping through it, right? That's like step 1, just one by one. Next, I would say is skip 1. And just go faster and faster, right? Maybe even slide through some of them. You gotta work it to get it to work. You get what I'm saying? All right, we have 11 minutes left on my camera, so let's get into the chords. This beautiful 6th string is in standard tuning, so you don't even got to worry about my fingers and the numbers I'm saying. So here's how it goes. We start off with a little transitional chord, to set the whole thing up. And what that is, right, is we're going to take our middle finger here on the A string, second string from the top, and we're going to put it right on there on the 7th fret. And then your pointer finger is 1 fret behind, so on the 6th fret, the string below, that'll be the D string. And then we're going to take the ring finger on the 7th fret of the G string, so the 4th string from the top, or if you want to go from the bottom, 3rd from the bottom. Right there, we're on that note. That's your transition chord to get everything lifted off and exciting and fun to play. So we hit this 4 times, and then we go right here, ring finger, right here on the 7th fret. Perfect, closes it up real nice. So ring finger, 7th fret on the D string, and then you just bar the rest. Now I like to have my finger up here. I like to kind of extend it up. It just feels a little more comfortable for me to have it up there, but you really only need to hit these bottom 3 strings on 2 frets back, right? So the 5th fret. So if you want to just have your finger down here like that, and then just have your ring finger up on the 7th, you're more than welcome to. Now, always remember in corridos, when we're doing accordes, right, you got to walk between the bass line, right, the root note. And there you go. That's the first chord. So ring finger, 7th fret, 3rd string from the top. You certain angels don't. D, right? D string. Bar 2 frets back, the 5th fret, bar the rest. Now, so what we're gonna do is you hit that, and we walk up, right? So we're gonna go on the A string, 2nd string from the top. We're gonna go 5, 6, 7. Now notice how I went pointer finger, middle finger again. Because this chord shape we're playing, it's very similar to that transition chord that we just did. We're going to take that pointer finger, instead of having it here on the 6th fret, we're going to put it back on the 5th, and you get this chord. So I'll walk you through it, right? You got middle finger on the 7th fret, A string, pointer finger on the 5th fret, string below that, so that's the D string, and then ring finger is going to be on the 7th fret of the G string. And we're going to walk, right, between the 2 bass notes. So here we go. There you go. Now, just like we did walking into this, going 5, 6, 7, we're going to go on the string below that, 5, 6, 7 again, right? Because that takes us back to that first chord. There's only 2 chords in the whole song, besides obviously the little transition chord in there. Walk up, 5, 6, 7. Then we do it again. 5, 6, 7. Yep. 5, 6, 7. There you go. That's literally it. 2 chords. Now, if you wanted to get kind of a little crazy with it, you could always, before you go 5, 6, 7 up into that minor chord, when you have this playing, right? Back to that transition, and then you're back at the minor, right? It's a good way to kind of learn the way of the guitar, how things will push and pull you into the direction of your destination chord. So if we're hitting here, it works. So try it out if you want. If you don't want to, you really do whatever you want. It's guitar. You freaking make it what you want to, right? Grow up. Here we go. Awesome. That's it. Before you leave, if you want any of these guitars, guitar, mic, literally anything I have, strings, picks, I have links to that all in the description, as well as my website, where from time to time I do giveaways and I have a bunch of discounts. We just had $100 off all those guitars. So it ended up being like super cheap and free shipping and all that crazy stuff. So if you want to be notified for all that stuff, make sure go to the link below in the description, check all that stuff out, like, subscribe, follow. I don't know, I got Instagram, TikTok, go crazy, freaking 700 and something thousand followers now. So thank you, and I look forward to see y'all in the next video. Shout out to Sweetwater, Earthworks Audio. Love you guys.